So welcome to day 22 of my leukemia journey. Today was supposed to be a day of rest before going in and hopefully having a big day, productive day tomorrow, getting a port put in so that I don't get drawn 200 more times and shred my arms. I've gone from being a good draw to being a terrible draw, and often the worst parts of a clinic day are the first part where they just do the initial blood work, which sets the table for everything else. I've been feeling better over a 3-day weekend, and a very predictable setup happened for me. And that was, and I really wanted to bring this up tonight, even though this wasn't part of my plan, premature reentry into the real world. I got my work email going and got right on and started reaching out to people, even planning to attend a morning meeting when I couldn't get out of the shower and get ready fast enough because I'm kind of at half speed. But the adrenaline rush to get back into things, to get current, to help, to work, and yes, to distract myself from what's going on by trying to be normal. Traps, 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 traps. I can't stress it enough, and I'm sure everybody's done it or been there. So it was a mistake. Wore myself out, gave myself a headache, did not have the day of rest that I needed to go in 100%. Caught myself part of the way in through the day and shut everything down, and relaxed in the evening, but not good. Not a good habit. So I did a couple of things to try to address this. One is this, which I made a terrible version of my desk. So that's what this is. Again, I'm a big believer in Thich Nhat Hanh, and he talks about the wind that clears off your desk. So this is my desk as it looks now. So the desk is all about getting better in the daily fight, and ideally that should be the only thing on it. However, you can see it's a little crowded. A bunch of things have crawled on to the desk. A few other things are trying to crawl onto the desk. And my mission is to let the good things in, the green, and keep the black arrows out. And there are a few things that are on this right-hand side that can go. So that is my objective, is to keep as little on this desktop as possible. Just have it getting better, and the daily fight is the whole thing, along with other things that can support this, and then out. It was really interesting how one of my greatest ingredients of success, which is making a to-do list and knocking things off, it was interesting to see how fast it got toxic, really fast. So I am sure in my heart that many people that are in this situation that I'm in have made the same mistake, and I can't stress enough. It took all the king's horses and all the king's men to put me back together again this evening. Music, spirituality, good food, entertainment, sitting with my wife. It took everything, mindful breathing. It was a real fight to get back in the headspace again, and I'm not sure I'm 100% there even now. So if there's a lesson, that's it for today. I also made sort of a weird promise. So I said I would keep that. Oops, wrong thing. Wrong thing. We have a technical glitch. Haven't had one of these before. So let's fix that. Sorry about this. So I did this yesterday as a recall of the different stages of this journey. This is the first step of the journey. Being at the first hospital I was at, starting with the top left when I thought I was just in there for dehydration in the emergency room. And my attitude about the whole thing once I got admitted, a little bit of delirium, a little bit of attitude. The bottom left, my wife brought the dog to visit. And that was as close as the dog could get. But they did allow her in post-diagnosis, sort of a last meal that wasn't hospital food. And one of a few sunrises I saw in that hospital. And I felt like for the first time in a long time, I had to fight to see a sunrise. This particular sunrise, I followed with Cry singing Here Comes the Sun. A couple bands have covered it, including King's X referenced in the hat in picture number 3. That was a rough morning, waking up for blood work, full realization of what was going on, and fighting for a sunrise. Picture number 2, this is from where the chemo started. If you're interested, something that I actually wrote to my leukemia, wrote to my cancer, and that's this thing down the left-hand side, nemesis. You can freeze it and read it from here, or maybe I'll put it up some other way so it can be read. Again, another tricked out board. Bring a little bit of my Buddhism with me. I've tried to have a good attitude everywhere I've gone in this journey, despite how hard it's been. Staying positive is a critical thing for me, but not always easy. Definitely not easy to maintain. This is coming home, back over the bridge to Jersey. Mixed feelings about being home. For some reason, I didn't leave my illness behind. It came with me. My first sunset from the porch, all bundled up, 55 degrees. Pizza from Federici's and Freehold, that will have to be explained another time, but it was totally worth it. And the first delivery from my friends, along with the prayer shawl that you'll see in the next picture and that you saw last night. May the 4th, a good buddy of mine went in for surgery, and I sent that to him to let him know I was still alive and to wish him well with his surgery, which it sounds like it went fine. And these are pictures from the clinic. This is chemo happening. This is what it looks like from the clinic side. The last 2 pictures here, I've got my leukemia shirts on, and actually the one in the purple shirt, the shirt says Nacho Average Cancer Warrior, and it's Cinco de Mayo, and they were making burritos. So I figured getting chemo and a burrito was as close as I was going to get. So that I call that my Cinco de Chemo picture. Chemo de Mayo? I don't know. And then this one, if you watched last night, you saw this one already. This is it's a prayer shawl, and it's a wonderful gift. And I think I needed to close with this. Ending in a place of gratitude, starting out with my mistakes and my shortcomings, and ending in gratitude and kindness. I think that's the way to sign this off. So tomorrow is going to be hopefully an eventful day. Hopefully it goes well and I get my port. If not, if first we don't succeed, try again. That's pretty much how that's going to go. I think I got my peace of mind back after a lot of work, and I'm grateful to have made this mistake at this time. rather than later on down the road, but I definitely put it out there as a warning. I know this is where I am is temporary, but I have to be here for now. I can't just leave, can't pretend to leave. It doesn't work that way. I have work to do first. And a lot of other people have work to do for me first, unfortunately. So that's how this is going to go. I will provide an update tomorrow about how things go, but I feel a lot wiser today than I did when the day started. I made a lot of old mistakes, and they don't serve me at this point. So I'm going to wish you good night, and thanks again for watching, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow night. Peace.